murder master. They used to say hip-hop is dead, but we don't resurrect it. You follow what mainstream says, but here it gets rejected. If you wearing tight jeans, don't expect to get respected. I'm from a time where wearing black was always on your checklist. From a time where faggots get checked if they reckless. From a time where if you got too much shine, we snatch your necklace. This real shit here, Illuminati, fuck the industry. We represent the street and they respect our street ministries. Hate no sorts and cut the middleman, literally. This hip-hop savior, our birth scenes like nativity. This a place where no one sells out for relevability, and the masses can get a chance to explore more creativity. You gotta be kidding me. If you call that hip-hop, niggas with high shades and fluorescent flip-flop. We killin' Big Brother, cause we know he watch. You don't like what I'm doing, then you can suck mine. And you don't Murder Master Music Show. It's the 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 Murder Master Music Show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Episode 356. You know what I'm saying? We're just knocking them out like we've been doing for the past 5 years now. 5 years. It's hard to believe. Our guest tonight is no stranger to the show. He's been on the show quite a few times. He was actually on the first roundtable. We did the 25th anniversary SPC roundtable 5 years ago, pretty much, man. We're getting ready to do the 30th anniversary coming up in April. I'm going to bring him on in a second. He sent me some fire. I want to play that right away. I don't even want to wait, but we're going to have to. Let me bring on the homie Brandon, Pittsburgh Patrick, actually. What's up, Patrick? How you doing, brother?
What up, bro?
Going to bring on the homie Exit Only, Jackson, Mississippi. What's up, Exit Only?
Oh, it's all good. Prayers was cracking with you. What's up with you, P?
What up, bro?
Number love over here.
I'm getting fire music, man. You just sent me some fire music. We're going to play some stuff a little bit later, but I'm going to bring on our guest right now, man. This is the man of the hour, this Klondike cat, straight out of South Park, Houston, Texas. Man, what's up, Klondike?
What it is.
Oh, man.
What's going on with your big bro, Number love?
Already, I appreciate the love, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, man, salute you for everything that you have done and everything that you are doing. We got to keep this real shit going.
It won't stop till the casket's dropping, then come back like a ghost and half a beast.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, but the music, with you guys in the SPC, you guys ain't fucking around, man. You get better with time. I mean, the shit you just sent me, I mean, you put out classic material, but Jesus, man, that's why I asked you, like, you going to do a video for this? Like, yeah, you got to. But, man, what is this going on, this Who Cat, man? What's that going to be on?
I'm dropping 2 CDs, man. At one time, I'm doing the Klondike Cat album, which is the new one. And I'm also doing a R&B street album. Like, it's still going to be street. It's going to be like but I'm going to be like on some Donny Hathaway, Curtis Mayfield, just doing it a whole nother way. We mixed with a little Nate Dogg, but it's on R&B Cat. And I'm doing most of it with a live band.
Wow, that's dope. Yeah, that is. That's like what Al Capone's doing over there in Memphis, you know what I'm saying? And that's, of course, Too Short used to do it with Shorty B and all them. I think that's missing right from rap. You know what I mean? That's missing, man. What made you want to bring that back?
Well, I mean, I got discovered rapping, but I always did sing or whatever, so I was in little singing groups and all that stuff, man. It just, I got, dudes saw me rapping on the street corner 2 o'clock in the morning and grabbed me and said, man, come on, I'm going to take you to the man. So, you know what I mean? So that's how I got discovered. So, that's kind of where my career went. But, back then we were still trying to figure out how to incorporate, the singing, especially with the type of rap we did, you know what I mean? So, but, it's like I feel like, man, it's time to really give them the whole kitchen sink, man, and then for us, that part of me has developed so much, man, for the songwriting and, you know what I'm saying, just working with other artists and writing songs with different people and stuff and hooks and stuff, man. I might as well, I said, let me give them the whole kitchen sink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. And it's important nowadays, you know what I'm saying, because that music is missing. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to see it back. Your brother K-Rino just did something phenomenal. He dropped 7 albums on one day. 7 albums on one day. It's never been done in any genre. What are your thoughts on the Big 7?
Man, K-Rino just waking up, probably the way he wakes up is phenomenal. So I said, this cat, man, he been breaking barriers. I'm talking about, I know K-Rino since 13, 14 years old, man. That's how long we've been doing it. And he's been phenomenal, man. He's been ahead of his time. He's been a trendsetter. And he just keeps doing it. And you know what I'm saying? It's just when you think he can do nothing else, there you go. So, I mean, this dude is phenomenal within himself, man, even without the rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He does a lot of good work in the community. He's always promoting positive events and different things that's going on. And, on top of that, his lyrics are just untouchable. But he's got a song in there. No, go ahead.
Yeah. I say this, and I say this with all sincerity. I mean, I'm never surprised by K. Because I know, his ability. So I'm never surprised. I'm just like, he did it again. There you go. You know what I mean? So, big up to the founder.
He's got a song on the Big 7 release, SPC, and he breaks down the history. And he talks about how you and Nip, you went to Jones High, and it was a must that you guys battle it at some point in some time. And eventually you guys did. Man, were you there for that battle between Nip and K-Rino?
Nah, I wasn't. I wasn't there for that one. You know what I'm saying? Me and K battled shortly after that, but I wasn't there when him and Nip made a battle.
Well, because you was like the top MC at Jones, and then when you left, Nip kind of took over that spot. When did you first meet K-Rino, man? Was it, the hip-hop thing you guys were?
Let me tell you a funny story, man. I met K-Rino when we were in junior high. He was going to Thomas Junior High. I was going to Hartman. And, he was battling dudes, and I was already battling dudes over there where I was. So, in my little area, I was the king, you know what I mean? So, I was hearing about him, he was hearing about me. So, I had that cockiness. And I was like, say, man, I need to go over here with this dude at K-Rino, man, and take his title. I need to step up in his zone, you know what I mean? We was like 13 years old. So I got about 30 dudes from my school. We caught the bus to K-Rino's school. So I'm waiting outside for K. And, the school let out, man, the whole school done let out, and there's no K. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, yeah, he must not have too much. He must ain't got nothing. Next thing I know, I see K walk out. He got about 50 dudes behind him. I said, oh, yeah, he got something. And he had the black book. So, look, back then my name wasn't even Klondike Cat. I had some old schools like 80s name, like Devious D.
And then you changed it. When did you change it to Klondike? I remember you told me
when I got to Jones, man. Yeah, when I got to Jones, man, I had this little cat. He used to hang around me and kick it. He was hard too, man. They called himself Savoir Faire. So they had the Klondike Cat and Savoir Faire. He's like, man, you ought to change your name to Klondike Cat. I was like, man, I don't want to. What kind of shit is that, man? That's after the cartoon. He's like, man, ain't nobody gonna mistake you for nobody else. It's just gonna be you. They ain't Lil D or none of that. They ain't gonna know. When they say Klondike Cat, they gonna know it's you. So I was like, okay, I might try that, and they stuck. So Big ups to my man, Nino, man, Sad Warfare, man, he rest in peace. But yeah, he the one who gave me that name, man, and I took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
But now let me tell you this: when me and Kay battled that day, it was no winner. Because we kind of went till the sun went down, and like the kids, you know, it's like, hey, man, my mama looking for me. I got to go home, man. Y'all wrap this shit up. We was like, you know, and we never did. So years later, I was sitting down talking to Kay. I said, Kay, you ever remember this little dude you battled at Thomas? Man, name was DSD. And he said, man, you know, he looked up in the air, and he was like, yeah, man, that looks like it was hard. I said, yeah, that was me. So years later, you know, he snapped like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So that was crazy. That was a moment between me and him that was so funny, man.
You know what makes you guys, though, the rarest thing in hip-hop history? The fact that SPC has been together 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Most people, I mean, all the major groups in hip-hop, whether it be Run DMC, 2 Live Crew, 3 6 Mafia, I mean, you can name every one of them. At some point or another, they split. You guys have always remained intact and always been real solid brothers, man. What keeps that camaraderie so tight, close-knit like that, man?
And when I say this with all sincerity. Man, we are a band of brothers, truly. You know what I'm saying? Although a lot of our bloods don't run together, we there. You know what I mean? So it's like we in the formative years, we spent almost every single day that we was awake together. Everybody piled up in K-Rino house, you know what I mean? And, man, just writing, rapping, freestyling, just all day long. That's all we wanted to do, man. And then we would go out and unleash it on other crews.
Yeah. You guys have always, and another thing too, you know, I mean, the amount of projects, I think K-Rino said is like 200 plus albums combined. You know what I'm saying? That's just insanity. And people need to recognize that you're known around the world. I mean, you guys are a global thing, man. But do you think, as far as, you know, hip-hop history is concerned, like they got this thing, the Universal Hip Hop Museum right now over there in New York, do you think a lot of them guys are going to overlook or have overlooked what you guys are doing, you know what I'm saying, and not in Houston, because Houston's got some attention, but I don't think the SPC has got it full attention. Why do you think that is? You guys are so talented.
Man, I'm not going to say, you know, this is just an opinion of mine.
Yeah. Man,
a lot of them cats, and I've done shows with people all over the world, man, from every state, every city, and a lot of them dudes don't even want to stand in the same spot with us when it comes to spitting them rhymes. Some of the greats even here. You know what I mean? So I mean, I ain't gonna call no names, but there was a lot of times that, you know, they was more like, man, I'm not gonna even talk about these dudes. Or I ain't gonna bring them up, you know. I'm gonna bring this dude. Nah, but not K, not Cat, not PSK, not, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, we did it, man, and we did it the hard way, man. Without the internet, you know what I mean, to be able to reach the world. So that means people had to go and tell other people about it, and other people had to search and find it and be like, man, and give it to somebody else. You know what I mean? So that says a lot in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think that your question answered itself, Prez. Like when you said they get overlooked and they're all so talented. I think that's one of the reasons why they got overlooked. Is because there's a lot of people, and what other group is there that many people that are all super good like that, and super hard like that? There just ain't nobody else around like that.
Yeah.
And I think and y'all all stayed true to your music too. You never tried to do what was in the trend or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I mean, like, you know, K-Rino, I think he rubbed off on everybody in the group. You know what I mean? I think he set a good example, and his greatness goes through K-Rino remind me of somebody like Rakim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you know, it's not only the raps, it's the presence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the presence. Yeah.
You know,
I understand. I agree.
I think that reflects through everybody in the group. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I was trying to get that other song to you. I had one of my street R&B songs out the Diamond. Cause see, when I'm rapping, it's the Klondike Cat, and then when I'm doing the singing album, it's gonna be Diamond Dre. So I kind of already been prepping everybody. So they've been asking me, man, when Diamond Dre gonna be through? So I had sent you that song, but I know you probably didn't have time to load it down. But man, just to give them a whole nother side of what, you know, it's going to be, they're not going to expect, you know, a lot of this from me, but they're going to love it. They're going to be like, man, what the, you know.
You're doing it, yeah, Diamond Dre.
I'm prepared to try.
Like how Cool Keith, you know, has different personas and whatnot. That's, or Gangsta Nathan and Brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that definitely. But I tell you what, though, man, I gotta give him this track right now, man. This track, I've been bumping it for like the last half hour. This one's called New Cat, man. Explain this track to him, man. Intro to it for us, Cat.
Okay, man. This song right here, the cat that did the beat is out of Germany, man, and you know, he hit me up and said, man, Cat, it'd be an honor, man, for you to spit on one of my beats, man, and he sent it to me, man, and I sent it back to him with the flow on it, so he sent me like 8 more. I was like, oh my goodness, you know what I mean? So that particular song, man, was meant to say that, hey man, you know, yeah, I'm a rapper, but I've been a street dude before I was rapping. So the love and respect I get in the street, a lot of people may think it's just because of the rap. But nah, it's a lot of things I did for the community. It's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that got love for me because, you know, I was there for them. I wouldn't care if they was dope fiends or bums on the streets or corporate executives. You know what I mean? I never changed on people, man. So, you know, I get a lot of love off that, you know. So that was just like just to let them know, hey, man, you know, whatever you thinking about Cat, if you thinking it's just about this rap, we live this. Everything we talk about, everything we mention, if it ain't exactly us, it's a Picasso picture of my homeboy that's standing right next to me.
Yeah.
So it's and that's what makes it so easy. You know what I mean?
It's reality. That stuff was hard as hell. You know what I'm saying? That stuff was, I can imagine a whole album's worth of that. You know, and you put out classics over the years. You know what I'm saying? You put out many classic albums, and you were on many classic albums. You were on K-Rino's Big 7 release. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to this project right here. I think it's going to really be some heat in Houston. When you dropping?
Man, I'm not so much in a rush, but it's going to be probably around the summertime. Right in the middle of the summer, man. I'm trying to get, because I'm knocking them both out at the same time. You know what I mean? So if I do 1 or 2 for one, I'll do 1 or 2 for the other one. You know what I'm saying? That same night. So I'm knocking them out like that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, with the street R&B CD, you know, it takes time. We're working with the band, because you know we're gonna do some Cat, and then we might break off into some maze while we doing it, and then jump back into some Cat, and you know, and break off into something else. You know what I mean? So we're gonna break it down live. We're gonna do some roots type stuff, man.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be great for the summer. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna definitely gravitate towards that. You're gonna be hitting the road with this?
Definitely. Right now, I'm putting together with the whole SPC, man. We're trying to put 46 cities together.
Yeah. Wow.
We're working on that right now as we speak.
That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? You guys being able to get out there and really just give the people this stuff. Because I've been telling them for years, man, you know, the SPC, you don't need to be looking for no shit. All you need to go is down to Houston and boom. Or Jackson, Mississippi, boom. Right there. You know what I'm saying? There's music
Yeah.
everywhere, and people are sleeping, man. So I'm glad you guys are going to be hitting the road and really just showcasing what you guys got, man. What about a documentary or anything like that, man? You've ever thought of something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's been talked about here and there, over the years, but I think it's we finally starting to get it in motion, man, and it's just been about sitting down and writing down all these stories, and the time periods and getting everything together because, we all know it like the back of our hand. We lived it. So right now, we're in the midst of getting it in motion, man. And it's got to be a documentary because, a lot of times, they talk about like, the Screw era, and which is, Screw, that's my partner, man, when he rest in peace, But, there was a time that when Screw only did turntables. And he called me because he got a keyboard like mine. I was like, Cat, man, come over and show me how to work this thing, man. I don't got no instructions or nothing. And I went over there and stayed with him all night and showed him how to work the machine. Me and Icy Hyde, and I like rapped and sang freestyle for maybe about an hour nonstop. Well, the night that he died, that morning, I saw him. He died maybe about 10 in the morning. I saw him about 5 in the morning at the screw shop. So I stopped. He was like, man, you're going to live a long time, Cat. I was like, what's up? He was like, man, you'll never guess what I found, man. I found that great tape, man. You can't show me how to make them beats. He said, man, listen, he stuck it in, so we both laughing because I'm sounding like a chipmunk because I was young, So we laughing. Then he pulled out a contract, and he showed me, too. He said, look at this, man. I looked at the contract. Guess what it said? A remix for Mariah Carey.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, it's over. I'm like, oh, it's over. It's over. He was like, man, but Ken, I ain't never messed with nobody on this level. I don't know what to do. I was like, man, listen, it's simple. When they want to break a record, they got to go to the East Coast, and I'm not familiar with all the DJs, but I know Drama's hot, I know, you got certain DJs, man, that you got to go through on the East if you want that record really broken properly, and that's what you are down here, So they know if they want to really break a record, man, they get with you, that record broken. I said, so all you got to do is do Screw. You ain't got to do Timberland. You ain't got to do Dre. Just do DJ Screw, man. So he said, man, Cat, I'm going to call you in the morning. I want you to come help me with this. So, I was with that. He said, I want you to help me. And he had another contract with some more guys that was on Sony, but we never heard of them. I said, it must be a new group that they working on. And they wanted them to do 2 remixes. One was for Mariah, though.
Yeah.
He died maybe 5 hours later.
Wow.
But I said that to say this, that, we are the seeds that grew the trees, you know what I mean? And for years, a lot of cats, man, they didn't want to stand next to us with them bars. They didn't want to get in the studio with us because they already know what it was going to be like. I mean, I ain't sugarcoating nothing. It is what it is, and it speaks for itself still today. You know what I mean? So, and that's what, instead of embracing it, they're like, oh, man, I ain't going to get no song. I had a couple of cats hit me up the other day. It was like, man, my homeboy, I want them to do a song with you. I'm going to pay for it. But they don't want to get on a song. Tell me, man, Cat go eat us alive. I'm like, but, everybody styles and everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, run that shit. I would be glad for Eminem or somebody, you know what I mean, to get on the song. Wreck me. Because I'm going to damn near try my hardest to wreck you.
Yeah.
And whatever happens. It's still going to be magical, so it's cool.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. You guys always bring your A game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the real essence of hip-hop.
You never come weak with it. Always bring that talent, man, and that's real. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is look back in the catalog. That's what I steadily tell people. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. You're just steadily knocking it out. But Klondike, you were just talking about, you was over at DJ Screw's house, 5 a.m. He passes away at 10 a.m. He had these contracts with Mariah Carey. He was nervous. He was nervous about it. I think you consoling him put him at ease, man. You ever feel like that?
Yeah, I know it did. I know it did because, we was real close. And I never said that, okay, well, man, I want to be in the Screwed Up Clique because, hey, man, I'm SBC for life, you know what I mean? But he was my partner, you know what I'm saying? He was like a little brother to me, so we always chopped it up, and I went to his house, and I a lot of times I would be sitting there while poking him out and rapping. And I'd just be sitting there kicking with Screw, you know what I mean? But not to say that I ain't want to, just get in there in the mix, but, it just wasn't my thing, because I had a whole nother style. So, I ain't want to come in and invade, I just kick with it. And don't get me wrong, I ain't saying that to say, because Pokey is one of the hardest out the clique.
Yeah.
They got some hard cats, they developed into some monsters themselves.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they definitely. Well, you've worked with a lot of talented artists out of Houston. You know what I'm saying? Who were some of the guys, that weren't involved with the SPC that you worked with over the years that stood out?
Man, let's see. For as there wasn't SPC, or
yes,
wasn't
like
from Houston.
Like Ice Water Slaughter or somebody. Did you work with anybody like that?
D from Trinity Garden, and Slaughter, was under him at one time. Too Much Trouble, So I pretty much, man, as like I said, anybody that wanted to work, man, I was ready to work. There's just a lot of cats was running from us, man. They didn't want to stand beside it, man. They know what kind of heat we were gonna bring to the table, and they just didn't want to stand up under it. So a lot of dudes just chose not to collaborate with us at that particular time, man, because probably they were gonna get exposed.
Yeah. Did any majors ever come at you guys? Any major label?
Well, when me and Street Military had our group, man, we had a shot at Capitol Records. And just as we were about to ink this thing, the owner of the label, he went fed. So, I had a song about it on that Marvin Music Melodies when I said rat heads get nothing but cheese. So that's a true story. You go back and check that song, and it tells the whole ordeal and how it went down, you know what I mean? Then we backdoored. After that, we was getting ready to sign with Wild Pitch. And then MC Search had took over Wild Pitch. I don't know if I'm pretty sure y'all remember that when Search got a hold of Wild Pitch, him and his people or whatever. And we had just signed with Wild Pitch. But when Search them took over, Search was like, man, he didn't want to deal with no rappers from the South. He was just, he was just trying to put his East Coast people on. And he didn't really realize what he had, you know what I mean? So he botched on the deal. So, and I think, I don't know how long that record stayed. I think they went to funk after that, a little bit after that, it didn't really work out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was wondering, around, the 2004, 2005, when Houston blew up with Chamillionaire and Paul Wall and Mike Jones, was there extra attention in Houston from major labels, or, you know what I mean? Did anybody in the SBC get hollered at from one of the majors back then whenever the, Still Tippin' was big and all that, Slim Thug and all that?
Yeah. Well, man, like I said, man, it's always been that way with us, man. Even from kids, man. When we first got in the music industry and just started making that noise we made, it's just a lot of cats didn't want to try to deal with us, and it's not like, oh, okay, they might want to deal with them on the business side, because at the same time they already knew that we was not just intelligent rappers. We also had a brain, so we could read these contracts. You know what I mean? So we can understand this business. So they pretty much know, well, I'm not going to be able to fuck over these guys. And back in Houston learned you know, the wrong way, man. That's why, you know, the torch kind of, it came a little bit and then it left, you know what I mean, because of bad business. If these artists was getting paid out here like they should have been, man, Houston would have been so much more, you know, so much bigger than they were, man. You know, how you know, the buzz was, and it's just, you know, a lot of the CEOs, man, you know, they took advantage of a lot of artists and stuff like that. So we was sitting back saying, man, you know what? If I can get my whole $10 or $15 off this here instead of getting these cents, I might as well do it that way and live comfortable and be okay. You know what I mean? And not do the TLC and get pennies on millions.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm up out of Jackson, and what I do know about Texas is, and me and a couple of cats from Texas talked about it. Texas is such a wide area. A lot of artists can actually go platinum in Texas alone by selling their music. So Texas really don't need a major label. The major Texas, what they was doing was pimping artists from Texas to get their crowd and get some money up out of it, because Texas fan base is like, oh man, it's ridiculous.
And Texas, I mean, we gonna hold each other down. I'm talking about, man, you know, like you say, it's so big, man, it's so wide. You can go way up North Texas, you can go way East Texas, way west, down south, you know, and Texas is gonna support its own, man, and that's what allowed Texas supported us so much on the underground. That's what allowed it to trickle all the way across the water.
Exactly, because most of the majors that have been mentioned know exactly who all of y'all are. I done heard articles, I done heard them in conversation. Y'all name do come up. Matter of fact, it was me and OG Run C was talking about it, because I asked him, how did it happen? And he actually explained to me when they first started, you know, the screw tapes, everybody went up on it. But he said you gave out so many till eventually it became the landmark music of Texas. Because he said Texas is so big and massive with people to where you'll be making money over here and you still got over 100,000 people over here. You ain't even touched yet.
You ain't even touched, right. And Screw did it out of his house, man. So, you know.
Man, I salute y'all, man, for what y'all do and how y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? And this coming from Jackson, Mississippi. I'm a hip-hop head and been that way from day one. Y'all always, there's certain areas, everybody talk about New York, but there's certain areas you can go into. Lyrically, you got to deal with these motherfuckers. I mean, they can spit just as good as the next
I'm talking about Chi-Town, Detroit. I'm talking about, you know, you say, man. I know some hard cats in these cracks. I know some hard cats in these cracks and crevices, man. You ain't gonna come in there with no anything, man. I'm telling you.
Man,
I know some real folks
here. I'm talking about they work in mechanic shops and they can sit there and come out with oil all on their coveralls and outflow around anybody.
Real
so
spit.
It's like, you got some but that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Certain people take it serious. That's why I salute y'all, because y'all take it serious. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing what you're doing, bro. I'm gonna stop talking, man. But I appreciate everything that you're doing and have done, Texas, period, because y'all laid the pathway for artists like me to spit, you know what I'm saying, and be freely, you know what I'm saying, not to actually, I mean, Bomb B, it's ridiculous. Y'all have such a source of lyricists down there that's just completely untapped. And y'all go off the head quick, man. I really salute that. Ain't no stepping up with no battle shit. Y'all got that down pat.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. I don't know if y'all got it. It's in the email now, so, man, check that song out when you get a chance, man, and you can hit me and let me know what you think.
We'll definitely be able to play that again at a future date, too, as well. I definitely want to bring you back on again around the summertime and promote that album.
Okay.
Because I think it's going to be a real good album. Cats need to get it. You know what I'm saying? And what about, like, you going to be featured on anybody's upcoming projects? You doing any work with any fellow SBC guys right now?
Yeah, I just did I got 2 songs with Zero. I got one with Trey. I'm in the works with Key on something, you know, because we always cross each other's path. We always been cool. We in the streets, you know, without the music. So, you know, it's just, you know, we kind of SBC. We kind of stay in our own zone. Everybody got their own studios, so we don't. Like it's like me. I do the beats, the engineering, you know, the mixing and all that stuff. So it's like, man, you leave me in there by myself, man, and I'm doing it all, you know. So, you know, I get caught up in my zone, man. You know, like old Herman, man, and I won't come out until, you know, jewels and gems are made. So, you know, a lot of us adapted that too, man. You know, like Q-Boy, you know, he do his own beats, he mix, you know, so we learned all that from each other. You know, I actually learned a lot from Mike Dean and Beto One.
Wow.
So I was learning. They just recognize
sessions with them guys. Like,
huh?
did you see some of them? Were you in some of the studio sessions at the Rap-A-Lot days when those guys were laying down the tracks?
Always. Lejay used to tell me, man, Klondike, when you gonna go on, son, they already think you family. They all in the magazines ask you rap a lot, man. You need to come on home, man, because you'll be up here every day. You know what I mean? So I used to be up there with them cats, man, and, you know, a lot of them was just up there just trying to rap on them beats, man, but I was paying attention to what they was doing with them instruments, and Mike Dean, you know, he's like, Cat, you trying to learn this, man. You be watching. And I would just go over Mike Dean's house, man, and just spend nights, man, and just watch him work, man. And, you know, so that inspired me, you know, even more to be a producer, man, and Beto One and, you know, Joe and all them cats, man. So, you know, I honed a lot of my skills. And I got to say Dopey, too, because, you know, Dopey, Icy High, them some of the dope producers, man, some of the dopest producers I've worked with. So, you know, we all fed off each other, you know. It would be one way I would attack something, and it'd be another way that they would attack something, and then you'd be like, oh, man, I didn't know you could do it that way, and I'd be like, I didn't know you could do it that way, you know. So, yeah, so I honed a lot of that skills, man, just watching them cats work and then eventually just working with them, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, now Dopey, he's been on the show before several times. What's he up to? We haven't heard from him in a minute. Is he all right?
Yeah, he actually sent me a couple of tracks last week, man, so I got to do some hooks for him and stuff like that and rap on some stuff. So he in the mix. He working on something right now as we speak.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. He had he was the last time he was on here talking about the album, Terrorist album, Car Bomb they were working on. And
yeah.
That stuff was pretty hard, so we're looking forward to that. But you know, if anybody wants to get at you, Cat, you know what I'm saying, for verses or features or whatever, what's the best way they can reach you?
Man, you know, you can hit me at on Gmail, Klondike Cat Booking. This is, you know, all one word. You can hit me on Klondike Cat Instagram, Klondike Cat Facebook, you know, just and Twitter as well, you know what I'm saying? It's just Klondike Cat, so, you know, you'll see me, I'll pop up. It's going to be me or the little cartoon cat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
so.
Klondike, not to cut you off, the homie Sin from France, he can't get on the board right now. I'm having some technical difficulties, but he wanted me to ask you a question.
Okay.
He wanted to talk about Mob and Music Melodies. He said this was a dope Southern album. Tell us about the tracks like South Coast Funk and Material Life.
Okay, Material Life is probably one of the only songs that I didn't do on there. Icy High did that beat solo by itself. Now, what's interesting about South Coast Funk is we played live. I played the bass all the way through live on the keyboards, and Icy played like some chords, and we did it live. We was like, and we was talking about that the other day. It was like, man, when we did that South Coast Funk, we was in there like Boosie Collins and them, you know what I'm saying, sweat like pigs and that going hard on the keyboard, you know what I'm saying. So that was the first time for me, but me and Icy used to laugh like that. And we played that song all the way through, man, just let the beat run, and we played everything else live. But all the other beats I did, like Sleepwalking and all that, I did myself.
That was some dope stuff. He also wanted to know about the album Lyrical Lion, another classic. He wanted to know about the tracks That's How I See It and Murder Script. militant track with K-Rino and SPC.
Okay, that track was done by me and Dope E together. Me and Dope E did a lot of those beats together. But that's how I see it. That's how I see it. I did that track solo right there. Me and Dope did Check Your Bitch together. Pretty much, yeah. It was me and Dope all over that.
The homie Mac J wanted to say he loved the Lyrical Lion as well. It's a favorite amongst many. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He put out a lot of classics. A lot of this stuff, man, is collector's items, very hard to find. Are you? I noticed, a lot of guys like Esham and different people, they're remastering and re-releasing some of these classics. Are you thinking about doing that?
Yeah. I'm in the midst of doing it right now. I'm waiting on the shipment to come back because I pretty much, man, on a daily basis, man, I ship out all over the world. So, I'm waiting on my re-up right now, so I can, I got back orders waiting right now, so I should have some more next week. So
you got the stuff, okay?
Yeah,
okay, so you order it directly from you. That's what's up.
Yeah. Hit me online, man. I get at you and get it to you, man.
Oh hell yeah, man. That music definitely, I'm saying, I'm glad it's still out there being circulated. That's what's up, man, for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, Kat.
Check this out, too.
Say what?
Check this out real quick. I got a lot of songs that I had lost, right? So, some kind of way, man, my little brother found these songs, man. He's also a producer. He's been producing since 14. He's 25 now, so, I showed him everything. Man, he came to my house and he's like, bro, what's this? You know who this is? And I was like, who is that? He was like, that's you. So, it's like, man, I made maybe 40, 50 songs. I'm talking about that I've lost. If you work in the studio, sometimes, some will wipe out and you'll lose stuff, but you can't find it, man. So I got a lost tape, man, that I got to put this music out, man, and these rhymes, because it's stuff that I never use, and it's just as hard today. When we were sitting there listening, we was laughing like, damn, So I got a few little things, man. Yeah, something from the vault.
Wow. And I tell you what, it's crazy. We had some people on here before that they was talking about that there was a briefcase of Eazy-E music out there, and I was like, wow. Just imagine if that shit was found. So I always ask artists that. You pretty much answer the question for me. If you had anything in the vaults, and you do. Wow. So this is coming out. You're gonna. What era is this from?
It's from from 2000 all the way to maybe 2006.
Wow. Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking forward to that as well. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And what about, before we go to, I want to talk a little bit about the Diamond Dre project. When you releasing that, Kat?
I'm going to drop both of them, the Diamond Dre and the Cat at the same time. So it'll be right toward the summer too. So that's why I say when I come in the studio, I'll do 1 or 2 for one, and then do 1 or 2 for the other one. So yeah.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Give them 2 different styles, 2 different, kinds of music to vibe to. You can't go wrong. Something for everybody. Definitely. But I'll tell you what, I really appreciate you, Kat, man. You're welcome on the show anytime. We're going to have our 5th year anniversary coming up around May. And we're going to do a round table, man. I'd love to have you be a part of that. Real talk.
Already. What is it, 9:49? What you got till 10?
Yeah. We got to 10. Bad thing is I'm having technical difficulties. I can't get nobody on the board. I can't play no music. So
no.
We
this
pretty much.
This what I was going to do.
What's that?
I was going to do just a ski taste of this Diamond Dre. I'm talking about the acapella with notes. I don't know if they be doing it like that.
Shit.
Just a ski taste.
Yeah, we've had a couple, but it's been a long time, man. This going to be dope.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
From the murder and the coldness, the street life exposes. A hustler's born with the swag of a don gone under his arm. From the pitiful and hopeless, he emerged with focus. By his rules, he swear to put work in the air and become a millionaire. They say, when are you gonna change your life? They say, when are you gonna do things right? They say, don't let the streets swallow you. They say, the fast life might be the death for you. But I say, I'm in love with the cash love. When part of me says let it go. But I'm so caught up, so in love, I can't let go. I'm in love with the cash love. And man, I like to watch it grow. But I'm so caught up, so in love, I can't let go. Diamond Drake.
Awesome.
Yeah, you know.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was dope. Where'd Prez go? Prez, you still there?
Yeah.
That was insane, man. When did you come up with the alter ego Diamond Dre, man? Because that, I tell you what, man, that had a harmony, melody in it. I mean, that was dope.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. And I ain't gonna even lie, that's one of the subpar songs. So, you know, it's just street relatable. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. He's been there, man. Every time he laced the hook for anybody and it was on some real life stuff, Diamond Dre was there. You know what I mean? So he been there. You know, he actually was there before Cat. So that's why it's so well polished. You know what I mean?
So this is something that you probably been doing since you were just a kid, and you know, you got this talent over the years. I mean, that's like some Devin the Dude. I mean, have you ever been? You know, a lot of people, you know, hit him up for hooks. You know, he's like the Houston Nate Dogg. Have you ever? You know what I'm saying? People ever got at you to get on some projects like that? Because I think you do real good doing that type of stuff.
I just did one with Powwow, man. Kelly, man. Gold Toes out of the Bay Area, San Fran.
Yeah. Fizz Latin.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gold Toes.
Yeah,
man.
Fizz Latin. Yeah, I just did a hook for Gold Toes, and Powwow heard it. He's like, "Oh man, Cat smashed that. I gotta get on that." So you know, we're supposed to be shooting a video for it and everything too. So yeah, man. So you know. But I did.
Just reminded me of somebody else that need to answer the archive. Gold Toes.
Yeah.
There's always somebody. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 353. We're trying to get to, 10,000. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I got to write that down so I don't forget. But, man, it's dope that you're working with cats out there in the Bay Area and stuff like that, too. You know, there's a huge market over there in the Bay. The Bay is kind of like Houston in a way because you guys are about that independent hustle, and that's what they're all about. I think somebody like you is real good out there. From that lyrical line, I always got a lot of Cali love, man. I always had a lot of record sales out there, man. Yeah, hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I'll tell you what, Kat, I thank you so much for coming back on the show. It's always an honor to have you on, and we look forward to the next time, man. We'd love to bring you on this summer when you drop these albums, man, and we'll debut a few tracks off the each. You know what I'm saying? Let the listeners hear, and it'll be real dope, man. I appreciate you, man. Anything you wanna, any shout-outs or anything you want to give before we get out of here?
Man, I mean, basically, man, just, hey, man, keep doing what y'all doing, man, representing the real, you know what I'm saying, representing the underground, and keep pushing, man. You know, I like what y'all do, man, and y'all do it on a consistent basis. Y'all stay true to the format, man, so I love it, man.
Man, thank you, brother. That means a lot coming from you, man, real talk, man. There's always been love with the SPC, man. You guys have always been real humble individuals, man, and, you know, anything y'all do, man, we're that platform, man. We're one of the platforms that definitely welcome the SPC with open arms all the time, man. Real talk. So,
all right, we thank you, brother.
Man.
All right, 100, y'all.